Bella's. When I went to trade it in, they only offered me half the Blue Book price. I need the whole amount to put down on my new car, so that's why I tried to sell it to you. But I can't go through with it. I cannot sell you that car.
You can't sell it to anyone. Somebody stole it.
What? Somebody stole it? Very nice, Rhoda. It's bad news.
Oh, that's eerie. I had the same feeling.
My Aunt Gretchen in Fort Lauderdale died.
Oh, honey,
Rose.
I'm sorry. Were you close to your Aunt Gretchen?
No, I couldn't stand her.
I arranged for Stan and Gloria to get together. I should have known better. It's like when they were young. Whenever Gloria took one of Dorothy's old toys, Dorothy would get interested again and want it back. I can still hear her yelling, "Gloria took my stick! Gloria took my stick!"
Boy, we come from a poor family.
I think it was the white wine. I finally told him she was Blanche and she didn't want to have anything to do with him.
Well, what did he say?
He said he wanted to have something to remember you by, so he took the silver.
Well, at least I guess it's some consolation that he couldn't possibly find the secret place where I hide my jewelry.
Oh.
Ma won't come out of her room. She's miserable.
Just to keep me up to speed, Dorothy, it's this negligent arson rap and the prospect of her spending the rest of her waning years in jail thing, right?
No, it's the rose in the kitchen thing.
I just hate to see Sophia so unhappy. I wish there's What happened?
Nothing, Ma. Don't worry. I'm just fine.
Yes, nothing serious, Sophia. Probably just a pull muscle.
It happened in class when she tried to do a 6-count Cincinnati riff with a double pullback. It goes something like this. Right now, it would be the nicest sound in the world.
Ma, you know, you don't look good.
I'm short and I'm old. What did you expect? Princess Di?
I think we should call the doctor.
I don't need a doctor.
Listen, Blanche, would you call, please? The number's by my bed. Dr. Harris.
I hate doctors. The only doctor I ever, just a boy I knew from my village in Sicily, that I was engaged to once.
What?
Well, what do you know? Sophia has a past.
That's right, but unlike yours, I didn't need penicillin to get through it.
Ma, you never talk.
Because in spite of everything, you're still the best.
I think I'm gonna cry.
No, honey, now don't do that. Your eyes will get all beady and your nose will swell up like Carl Malden.
Wait a minute. If you bought the ring back, how did you come up with the rest of the money?
Oh, great. What are we supposed to do now?
Back in Minnesota, we'd settle this kind of a dispute with some good-natured log rolling.
Sorry, Rose, my log is in the shop. What do we do now? Toss a coin?
Okay.
All right.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Buzz off, Padre.
Rose, where's Dorothy?
Well, I don't know. She was here a minute ago. Just. Oh my God!
Give me that knife. What? Oh, I'm just sitting here kicking myself for not taking care of my gallbladder. And for going to that hospital for the operation, and for letting them give me blood without asking first, "Oh, excuse me, are you sure this isn't going to kill me one day?"
Now, Rose, take it easy.
Why does everyone keep saying that? I don't feel it.
So, if any of you toe tappers have more than 30% blockage, we implore you to leave the dance floor at this time. All right now, let's let the dance marathon begin. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, now, Angela, there's something I want to give you. Here.
That's the necklace Mama gave you.
I know, I want you to have it. It's my way of apologizing for the way I acted.
Oh, Sophia, this is the nicest thing anybody ever gave me.
Don't get all choked up.
Well, we finally found the cause of the fire.
Take me away. Cuff me.
Well, I'd like to take you to dinner first. Then we can play the rest by ear. But business before pleasure. Your fire was caused by a faulty coil in the pizza oven. I'll write up a report for your insurance company.
Head for dinner.
Rose, I'm not psychic. I just know Stan's idea of a night on the town.
You know, actually, it wasn't so bad. I kind of enjoyed myself. Well, I didn't have to work to impress him, and he knew he didn't have a prayer of impressing me, so we just kind of relaxed and had fun. We're doing it again tomorrow night.
You have ever read a scientific journal?
Believe what you want, see if I care. Hypersexual bitch.
Oh, there you are, Rose. Good. Honey, I'm borrowing.
Oh, Ma, how can I?
Why, Dorothy, what's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. I single-handedly ruined a man's life today.
Which hand?
This hand! What difference does it make what hand? I ruined him, that's all. I was in over my head. I played with fire and I lost.
There's only one way I'm going to get through this. If you two will come with me to the funeral for support. Oh, will you do it? Please, Blanche. Please, Dorothy. Please, Blanche.
I will, and Dorothy will.
Please.
If you really think... Foundation.
Yes, Dorothy, you know that's the man who built the Fjord Fjalken.
Henry Fjord was a saint. He dedicated his whole life to eliminating pond scum from Lake St. Olaf. His son, however, was a big disappointment. Henry...
Ma, that is a mean, underhanded, despicable thing to do.
So was World War II. We're talking about Mussolini.
Sure, our dance cards may not be filled, but at least we can face the lonely nights together. We're like sisters.
You're right. Sisters united in the battle against the opposite sex. See you later, sisters. It's date time. Only first, I'm gonna let that man know just how I feel.
Get one. I am very susceptible. I have low resistance. I have a tendency to be anemic, right, Ma?
You're a hypochondriac.
That too.
Look who's so tired.
Stay away from me, Rose.
Will you hold still? If you don't let me finish, I'll never get this dress ready by Saturday.
If I get near her, I won't need it on Saturday. I'll be home in bed.
Dora. Exciting.
Eat.
That's amazing. You people eat with two little sticks, you never miss a bite. My people drop half their meal while using a fork, a spoon, and a loaf of bread.
So.
Exactly what is this stuff?
When I told her, she said, Rose, honey, you're just a little girl. You have your entire life before you and the whole world to see. Now, you wait until you grow up and get sophisticated and marry at 15 like your sisters.
But you didn't.
No, I was always kind of the gypsy of the family.
Early today so I could get the press list information ready before lunch.
Dorothy, you're such a treasure. I hope that man appreciates you. Why, you've only been there for a week and you already know almost as much about running that museum as I do.
It's a museum. What's to know? You bang in a nail, you hang up a picture. Any idiot could do that.
Stop bragging, Ma. You're only saying that because I'm your...
Gosh, say
Girls, I'm feeling a little chilly. I think I'll go and get my sweater.
Oh, no, I'll get that.
Rose, for heaven's sakes, I can find my own way. I know you're trying to help, but if I could pilot my own plane cross-country during a storm, I could certainly find my way across the room. There. Now.
Oh, my God, Dorothy, why didn't you tell me about this before?
Only on your back, Blanche. That way everything slides back and you look like you just had a facelift.
Oh, you're right. I'm gorgeous. I'm going to have to meet men like that.
She's just a little edgy because we've been taking care of you for 2 months. You've been eating us out of house and home and making life generally unbearable.
It's not a very charitable view to take. What are you making for lunch?
This
Listen here, mister, we've been more than charitable. In the village my ancestors came from, if a man was bad company...
Hi.
Hello, Stan.
Come on in, I ordered up some refreshments. After all...
That is one of the stupidest stories I've ever heard. Which proves my first impression of you was right.
Blanche, I have an idea. Why don't we invite Barbara Thorndike over for dinner and give her another chance?
Sure, why not, if it makes Dorothy happy? Come on, let's go to the movie.
A tip on a giraffe and a 6 race. Pop sure taught me a lot about sibling rivalry that day. When we got home, I went right over to the baby and said, "I love you, Phil." Now wait, I wrote it on him.
Why, you devil, you!
So that was what we heard, Rose.
Rose got lucky. Not so lucky. The man in your bed is dead. What? Dead.
Oh, Sophia, he's not dead. I was just...
Any sign of Rose?
Not yet. You know, Dorothy, I'm a little nervous. I mean, Rose was on those pills for 30 years. Now, if 1 month in the hospital has really helped her kick the habit, she may not be the same Rose we know. I mean, she may be an entirely different person. I know because it happened.
How much more?
A bit more.
How much?
Exactly?
Yes.
$10,000.
I'd rather be murdered.
I want a great big wall safe.
You don't need one anymore. You got no jewelry.
Well, I'll get it back. I went to the police today with some sketches I made.
How could you make...
I think Big Daddy would want you... I want you to have this.
Blanche, I don't know what to say. This isn't the right music box.
That's the only music box there is.
The music box I gave your father.
I don't mean to poo-poo your whole moon thing, but poo-poo.
No, Dorothy, there really is something going on here. Well, I mean, just look how the men are all flocking around you and totally ignoring me. It's nature gone loco.
Wait a minute, that's not so ridiculous. Dorothy has her own aurora. She's...
At this bathroom.
I am not sharing a bathroom with 3 strange men. I don't care if it is my vacation.
You got no choice, lady. There just aren't enough Johns.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yeah? You think we're happy having to gargle next to Grandma Moses and the Mosettes?
I'm busy.
Busy? It's sunny, isn't it?
No, I'm just confused. I need time to think.
You take all the time you need. But before I go, I want you to know something. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing.
Fact is, I'm embarrassed.
Don't be ridiculous, Dorothy. You love the man for who he is. It's not like he's driving you around in a tiny car with a giant key on the back. Is he? I'll never be cured, but I know now I can live without drugs my whole life, one day at a time.
I'm just glad you got that monkey off your back.
I never had a monkey on my back. Although when I was a child, I had a chicken named Gordon. Oh, and what a great...
I get those antique silver earrings that you never let me borrow.
You're on.
Now, come on, Blanche.
Blanche, I mean, do you want to have a side bet with me?
Well, I would, Rose, but everything you own is so damn ugly. Oh, I can't wait to whip your butt.
Well, not so far, but I thank you for asking. Now, Rose, I think I just better grab my day planner and skedaddle.
Yeah, you don't want to skedaddle, yeah? Don't you want to stay and have a drink before you go?
Sorry, I never drink and skedaddle. Besides, I have to stay sharp. I've got to handle.
But nobody's been home.
Rose, it's not just the fire. What do you expect me to do?
There's nothing you can do, Rose. She has to learn to do things for herself.
Honey, maybe she ought to go back to that school.
Well, you heard her. That's not for her. She's a very independent person.
No, she's not, Rose. Not till she learns to be independent.
Aren't you suddenly the life of the party? This place gives me the creeps.
Well, look, Blanche, see how much fun everybody's having?
Yeah, right now, but wait till they hear Glenn Miller's dead.
He's not dead. He's missing.
Stop complaining, Blanche. Look at all the available men here.
Walking by that sausage case back there really brought back a lot of memories.
Sausage opens a floodgate for many of us, Rose. What's this, Blanche?
Smoked oysters.
Oh, come on now. I know we said...
There might be a waterfall in that rock formation. You were right. There is a waterfall. And it empties into a pool in the lobby of the Hyatt Regency.
We never left the island. We just got shipwrecked on the good side. Our new hotel's a half a mile in this direction. Come on, we reserved your room. Rick, put out the fire.
Boil.
Good morning, ladies, and welcome to our show. I'm Guy Corbin, and this morning I've arranged something especially for you. Fresh ground coffee and prune Danish. Tiffany, why don't you tell them all about it right now?
He has been over 60, bald, covered in liver spots, and wears a truss.
Sounds good to me.
I used to attract men who were young and active and virile, but now they...
When I was watching the new Lassie. You know, that's actually an interesting story. You see, the new Timmy was lost, and the new Lassie was trying to tell the new grandpa where he was. So the new Lassie came
Rose,
in.
did I ever tell you that I cry every Tuesday?
The cheese.
See you tonight, Rose. Goodbye, ladies.
Bye-bye, Miles.
You take care of him.
Oh, Blanche, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, you're welcome, honey, but let's get to the important stuff. Who am I going out with tonight?
Well, James says...
So glad you're here. I don't have time to explain because I have to catch a plane. But this gentleman would like to talk to you. Merry Christmas.
Dr. Escobar, perhaps we should talk too. I'm Dr. Rooney from the Mayo Clinic. I'd like to fill you in on the particulars of this man's case.
I know. I bet you do undercover work.
And I'll bet he does it damn well.
You'll have to excuse my mother. She,
You don't have to worry about people misspelling your last name all the time.
Is your last name difficult to spell?
Yes, but I'm getting better at it.
This must be our patient.
No, Jerry. It's the old paralyzed lady on the couch.
Doctor, I just don't understand. She was fine this morning.
Ladies,
St. Olaf. I got work to do.
Oh, Ma, I moved some of your things into my room.
Why'd you do that?
Well, Blanche's daughter arrives today. You're going to have to sleep with me.
Let me respond to that proposition the way your dates do. No thanks, I'll call you sometime.
Okay, girls. How do...
Morning? All right, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about Sophia. How is she?
No one has said a word to me in hours.
What? That's ridiculous. I'm going to find somebody right now. Excuse me. I want some information, and I want it now.
The John is down the hall.
You remember Blanche and my Aunt Dorothy?
Nice to see you again, Tony.
Sophia, you look enchanting. If I wasn't such a gentleman, I'd try to ply you with wine and take it.
You miserable.
Oh, would you two knock it off? It's time for another world.
You can't watch Another World.
And why not?
Because you watched it yesterday.
That's exactly why I have to watch it today, Dorothy, to find out what happens. That's why they always say stay tuned for the continuing story of Another World.
Too bad, Black.
Thank you. You're not getting tired of me yet, are you?
Oh, don't be silly.
Oh, Rose, I really appreciate what you're doing for me. I really do.
Don't mention it.
Could you please get me a glass of water?
Sure. Lily, you've been here a week now. You know where the key...
Look, Rose, I need the money. You're just going to have to trust me.
Well, of course I trust you. You're my best friend. You can take everything I have.
Well, don't give me everything you have. I mean, all I need is a couple $100, you know, so that I can...
You don't owe me any explanation. Here. I want you to...
This stinks. After the swell gift I sent him,
What was it?
a catalog item,
LL Bean.
Victoria's Secret.
Here it is, my present from Kirsten. Oh, she always knows just what her mother wants.
Hey, Blanche, I didn't see you. Listen.
Ernie, could you freshen my drink, please?
Oh, sure, Blanche. Look.
And put some extra ice cubes in it this time.
Where are you going, Kirsten?
I'm going to go talk to the doctor about you. I think my mother needs to be with her family now. All of her family.
You can only stay a few...
He was proud of you. I remember him saying anyone would want a daughter like this. Of course, he was saying it to the gypsies.
Look, I don't have to listen to this. Have you any idea how it makes me feel when you say things like that?
No. After I'm dead, drop me.
Things out.
But there's still time.
I think my time has passed, Ro. 22 years I've been Mr. Terrific. 22 years! I was doing weekend weather forecast when I turned an old blanket into a cape and created Mr. Terrific. Kolak the pup.
I don't know. I walked in and she wasn't there. There was someone else in her bed. It was weird.
Lillian. Oh, did you say Lillian? My God, you got a call about her this morning. I was so caught up in my breaths, I totally forgot.
It happens to all of us, Blanche. That's why my rent check was...
No, Jerry, when I was a little girl, my father misplaced his daily planner, too. It was when we were on the way to the state fair. Speaking of state fairs, is it true that you're cheap?
Oh, my goodness, we have company.
People, we are talking about one man who is probably sleeping.
You don't think I can recognize death? I lived in a retirement home. Death visited more often than children.
Rose, go on.
Well, I can't.
Why?
I'm afraid. You go.
Oh, no, I can't go in there. I have a thing against...
For weeks. I used to have so much trouble sleeping, I tried counting sheep.
Rose, if there were real sheep in this story, I do not want to hear it.
Okay. Hi.
Oh, Simon, good to see you.
3 hours? Reading, writing, and rooster inseminating?
No, we just teach the first 2 R's.
Fine. But you're going to be sending people out into the world who don't know you can get a nasty rooster bite if you don't warm your hands up first.
Girl.
Well, we broke up. And besides, he's away at college now.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. My father kicked me out. I had so many things I got to figure out. I guess I got to get a job and a place to stay.
Oh, Mary, look, you have too many things to figure out. Why don't you stay here with us until we can all decide what to do?
Absolutely.
We haven't actually met, and I know this may sound a little bold, but I was wondering if... Do you suppose you might like to go out and have a cup of coffee or something?
I'd like to, but at the moment I'm pretty heavily involved with 122.
Oh. Sounds like...
Script you're ever going to read. And she said, oh. I'm not interested in doing Maud and...
Boy,
bored and dissatisfied, and you'll end up unhappy. I hate to see that happen to you, pussycat. But if you think you can handle that, just look me straight in the eye, and I'll drop the whole thing.
Ma, I can handle that.
Both eyes.
The rebel. I wanted to see the world. That's why after high school I went to St. Gustav University to study Latin.
I didn't know you studied Latin.
First in my class. Orothy Day.
Why, how did those pants come from?
According to the label, The Gap.
Hold it, Dorothy. Don't you get it? Holly has company. Well, nice going, girl.
Oh, well, now, isn't that sweet? But, honey, with all those people, there's no way you're ever going to get the Pope to notice you. Oh, he'll notice me. I'm home. Rose, have you said about Blanche?
Yes, Ma.
Tell her a cockamamie banquet is for her and get it over with.
I can't. I was sworn to secrecy. Hi, Blanche.
Eat dirt and die, trash.
Just hold it right there, Blanche.
Look, you stay out of this, Ma.
That banquet you're so mad about?
Gyrating my pelvis. I am not interested.
And the world heaves a collective sigh of relief.
Rose, how about you? You want to learn dirty dancing?
I don't know, for some odd reason, dirty dancing always sounds dirty.
Come on.
Discuss anything about what he wrote in his letters.
Yeah, but Rose, what we really have to do...
Yes, I shouldn't push it. I mean, if he wants to hide the romantic side of himself because it embarrasses him, that's fine with me. I just don't understand why you won't explain how a smudge pot works.
Yes, Rose, here we are, ladies. 2 champagne. Thank you.
There's a vacation.
We thought you were going to tell her, Dorothy.
Well, I was waiting for the right moment, you know, like right after we landed in New York.
New York? I want to go to an island.
New York is an island.
No, I mean someplace where swarthy men who don't speak English rub oil all over your body.
Great, then we can go for a ride on the subway.
Moving along to item number 17. A leather jacket recently worn in concert by one of the world's leading musical talents.
Get ready, this is it.
I have a really dumb question. And I have a box of chiclets. What's your point?
How high do we bid?
Hi.
I didn't murder him.
Of course you didn't murder him, honey. He probably had a heart attack. Now look, his family has to be notified. Now, did he ever speak of any family?
He has the sister he lives with.
Yeah, what's her name?
His name was Al Beatty. Her name's Beatty, too. She never married.
Ma, when you said you forgot your keys and you went back into the waiting room, you got the results of the test, didn't you?
What if I did?
Let me see the lab results, Ma.
Mrs. Petrillo to you.
Then I'm not your daughter. You go.
To meet with Gloria Steinem and Betty Friedan and Marlo Thomas. They're going to drink white wine spritzers and try to figure out how to fry your wandering male behind.
Dennis.
Kate, we have to talk.
She has nothing to say to you. Dennis, now get out.
Mom, you don't have to speak for me. Dennis, get out.
Kate. That's because you're hooked on these, Rose. But, honey, there's a place for people with this kind of problem.
Please, what is she going to do in the NBA?
Rose, let us call a rehabilitation center for you.
No, I don't.
Go out with
Dorothy, I need someone who's classy, someone who can handle the rich and powerful, someone not too obviously sexy.
Why don't you ask Merv Griffin?
Dorothy, look, I called every woman.
You were dumped by the man of your dreams. It's not surprising that today you'd be a little irritable.
I know, but to be upset about Stan, I'm so embarrassed. I mean, it's not as if he means anything in my life.
Honey, I know exactly what you're going through. Believe me, I do. I'm just so glad we had this little talk. Oh. one. Well, you know, I don't have a date yet either.
Blanche Devereaux can't find a date?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. My only problem is trying to decide which of my many suitors to flatter with an invitation. After all, it's a social event of the season.
I guess you'll just have to break a few hundred hearts, Blanche.
I know. I haven't had to disappoint so many men.
Daughter.
Oh, I'm very proud of the job you're doing, Dorothy.
Hello. Just a minute. Mr. Allen on the phone.
Oh! Well, I wonder what he wants. He's never called me at home before.
And he's not calling you now either. It's for Dorothy.
How did you ever pull that off?
I work in the public school system. It's not that different from me.
Blanche, I'm sorry I yelled at you. I apologize.
No, don't you worry about it. I think we're all on edge.
This has to be the biggest disappointment of my life.
Yes. Yeah. People from Minnesota are honest. They don't lie. What could you possibly find to lie about on a farm? Must be some state. Lots of lakes, nice pale people. I'd drown myself.
Ma, what are you doing up?
Disappointed, huh? If I'm up, that means I'm alive. And if I'm alive, it means you can't get your hands on my money.
What are you talking about?
You know about the will. You know if I die, you'll be on Easy Street. What did you do, Dorothy? Slip cyanide in...
Prize for you.
Cookies and milk. Oh, my God, what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
You only do nice things for me when something terrible has happened.
Rose, you failed the history test.
What does that mean?
It means you got more wrong than right.
I know that. I didn't fail math. I was talking about the bigger picture.
Strongly recommend.
Yes. I owe you a beer.
I'm gonna go make a few phone calls. I'd like to see some friends before we go back tomorrow.
Where are you going?
Back to school.
Flying?
Yeah.
You'd be safer hitching.
Oliver, don't start.
Hey, I'm a test pilot. Who knows better than I what goes on up there?
Oliver, I don't...
Okay, what do you think now? Don't hold back. I can take the criticism.
Depressing.
Awful.
Stinky.
They're in your mouth, Ma.
I know that. Don't they look good today? I ran them through the dishwasher.
Ma, listen to me. You got Martha Ray and Madge mixed up again. Morning.
Thank you for starting.
Are you going to tie a bow on that when you finish wrapping it up?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. I'm a bit compulsive. It's the Minnesota farm girl.
You wear black, they think you're depressed. You wear red, they think you're angry.
You're wearing negligee, they think you want to sleep with them.
Why aren't you arrested more? Anyway, Dr. Halperin is really working
Michael, that's wonderful.
Of course, Michael. It's wonderful. It's just, kind of sudden.
I know it seems sudden. Lorraine is her name. She sings with the band. We've only been going out about 4 months, but I've never been so sure of anything in my life. Mom.
Sophia, we've come this far. Just think about the money. Think about it so hard that you block out everything else. Especially him.
Hi, I'm Timmy. What's your name?
None of your business. Leave her alone.
Ma, the nurse went...
All smarter and more talented than I was. And then when I was 16, I discovered I had a talent too. The talent to drive men crazy with a body that many said should have come with a warning label.
Blanche, please.
After a while, I learned that I could use my looks to my advantage, so I did. Regularly.
Everyone here is a woman.
We are gathered here today to honor the memory of a man who has suddenly been taken from us.
What are you looking at me for? Just keep talking.
Fidel Santiago was a very special man. He was kind, caring, and loving.
So sweet of Lucas to do this. Guess he wanted to make sure I got to the church on time. Oh, what a darling. Actually, I think Maple is quicker. This heads out to the expressway. Well, I think that completes the puzzle.
Wait a second. Why are you asking me questions about our family? Uh-oh. I'm gonna die. You talked to my doctor.
So humiliated my entire life.
Oh, come on. You've been humiliated plenty. Remember when you tried out for cheerleading in high school?
Ma, why do you constantly look for ways to amuse yourself at my expense?
Because we don't have cable and I can't crochet.
Please, let's have a little quiet here. That was a great speech. Thank you, Your Honor. But help me out here. How about something from a law book? Okay. The fracas occurred on a seaside dock.
Been waiting for the puffiness to disappear.
We were worried about you.
Well, I just cried, and then I finally realized what I'd been crying about. It wasn't about me, and it wasn't about Jamie. It was about George. And I cried enough for George when he died, so I decided to rejoin the living.
Just a test, Dorothy. I know just how you feel. I remember how nervous and scared and panicked I was when I went to that neurologist to have my memory tested.
How did you handle it?
Well, usually I add a cup of bleach.
Hey, mister, you want me to play It Had to Be You for the two of you?
I want you to play it for the four of us.
Laura, I just hate that name. Why couldn't you have found something more musical, more southern, more beautiful?
Sorry, Blanche. Look, I know you don't like the name, and I know you think that I'm bringing her up wrong.
No. I just don't see why you have to feed her when you come.
And she got in trouble, if you know what I mean, Dorothy. Knackend up and Schwingel.
She knows what you mean.
Anyway, her boyfriend, Yutz Hernsberg, St. Olaf's only bald high school student.
Nice robe. Why don't I put you down for an extra session this week?
Look, Carol, it's nice to see you, but this is really a rather personal matter.
Oh, don't worry. Richie tells me about all his cases.
That isn't true, is it, Richie?
Don't worry, I tell her things in very...
He finally came back, having invented Hernsberg's press-on warts.
Who bought those?
Hags, mostly. Don't you see, he was successful and he wanted Gunilla back.
Well, what happened to her, Rose?
Obviously, we all need to lose a few pounds. And we might as well start right now. It's still 2 weeks until Phyllis's party.
Oh, but how?
We could try another health club.
Oh, no way, Rose. I'm sure you have...
It's my Uncle Lucas. He's perfect. All man, all heart, all yours.
Blanche, forget it. It's not going to work out. I mean, he's a little bit country, and I'm a little bit too smart for this.
You've got Uncle Lucas all wrong. He's a man of cultivation and high taste.
You know, Dorothy, the two of us could get into that bottom bunk and have some fun again. What do you say? For old time's sake?
I don't know. Oh, okay, but let's do it right. Let's say you run down and buy some good wine and...
Blanche, wake up. People are looking at you.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I think I was having an erotic dream.
You know, your father used to do a thing with feathers when we were first married. But he was too lazy.
Dorothy, honey, sit down. Pacing isn't gonna help.
I just can't stop thinking about Ma.
Look at that! Perfect! 98.6.
Yep, that's what it looks like to me. Except for whatever's in the fridge.
It's nice that you two have worked out your differences.
I think the problem with him before was that he was on the rebound from Karen, but now that he's gotten over her, he's all mine, and I think we appreciate each other more. Everything old and familiar has become new and exciting.
Oh, that's nice. Don't listen to her, Blanche.
You grow a beard, Dorothy. Believe me, I woke up one morning, I looked like Arafat.
Oh, my God.
I never grew a beard. You never grew brains either.
Well, I tell you, menopause was wonderful for me.
Toys when no one was looking. When I come to pick you up, I figure you're going to say you never want to go to school again. But what do you tell me? You love it. You made a new friend named Debbie.
Ma, what the hell does this have to do? Wait a minute. How did you know what happened? I mean, if the...
Well, I can't do this. You're just going to have to get yourself another henny penny.
Rose, honey, there's no reason to be upset about Henny Penny. Fairy tale...
Girls, you wouldn't believe the progress Mrs. Hubbard is making.
Oh, is she feeling better?
Oh, it's like a miracle. She's laughing and talking, and all because of Jake. Oh, girls, I cannot thank you enough. That dog is the best thing that ever happened to me. Here comes our hero now.
Draw Miss Lips.
Anyway, Ma told me that once I started shaving, I'd never be able to stop. I mean, she said I'd regret it for the rest of my life because my legs would have bristles.
I was right. By the time you were 16, I could grate cheese on your knees.
Blanche.
Oh, believe me, it's no gamble.
But you know what I do like? I like music.
Music, well, wonderful, we can dance. Oh, yeah, we can do one of those hot, sweaty South American dances they do in the street because they don't have television sets.
Well, you got me again, Blanche. I don't dance.
You don't were there?
No, I happen to know he didn't.
How?
Bridget isn't his type.
Of course she isn't. She's too good for him.
How about a nice glass of lemonade?
Not now. What do you mean she is too good for him?
Well, he doesn't even have a job.
Well, neither does Henry Kissinger, really, but he's still very highly regarded.
It's like you didn't hear a word I
Hi, how was the audition?
Wonderful. I'm 99% sure I got the part.
Oh, Blanche, there were so many good people there.
Trust me, I got this part in the sack.
She means anything.
Now is getting out. Gee, that's going to be rough. I bet after 10 years in the jug, he's going to be pretty short on foreplay.
Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
You are kidding.
I'm afraid not. He's a damn fine doctor, too. I wish I were half the doctor he is. By the way, I'll be performing your surgery tomorrow.
Holmes ever going to find out about this?
Oh, yes, they will. The St. Olaf Courier-Dispatch is known for its investigative reporting.
You're right. That series they did on oat fungus was an uncompromising piece of journalism.
Damn! I bet you Bert is greeting his guests right now.
I can't believe we're going to miss it.
Puppy.
You know, Sophia, actually, you're pretty straightforward.
It's a gift. So tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I'll go to work with you. We'll take care of it.
Oh, thank you, Sophia.
You're welcome, Pussycat.
I'm not Dorothy.
From now on, I'm calling everybody Pussycat. It's cheaper than buying new glasses.
Try to explain why we did it.
No, leave me alone.
Just be a second. Promise me I'm not leaving this spot until we talk this out. I don't care if it takes all night.
How could you do this to me? I thought you were my friend.
We are, Rose, and what we did out of friendship.
Friendship? You made me look like...
Oh. No. And your name was?
Jason Stillman. Did you happen to see Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Yes.
Well, I was in the party scene. Audrey Hepburn spilled a drink on me, but they cut it out.
I'm in. Check the bedrooms.
Can I show the kid Blanche's room while we're waiting?
Nah. Let him be surprised.
Oh, my God! Dorothy! Gloria! Stan!
Hey, deja vu, huh, babe?
You're right, Blanche.
Well, you're damn straight I'm right. I'm sorry I yelled at
Oh,
you.
don't apologize. I mean, this is what I want. Oh, God, this waiting is driving me crazy. Blanche, when you were tested, how did you make it through?
Just kept it to my...
It does not belong in a song.
Miami, you're cuter than an interuterine.
Yeah, no job is worth having to date women.
Blanche, bilingual refers to a person who speaks more than one language.
Oh, well, why did I think it was something sexual?
Anyway, that's why I signed up for a Spanish class at night school.
Now that's almost as bad. A recurring dream. Night after night I had this awful dream that I was trapped in an enclosed space full of men.
Now, what could that mean? Let's give this a second.
Now wait a minute. There's more to it. Oh, sweetie pie, Janet. How was the trip?
Fine,
You come over here and sit down next to Grandma. Oh, give me a hug. Oh, you too. You're so beautiful. You're so sweet.
Can we go to Monkey Village, Grandma?
Yes, darling.
I get one phone call.
Man, I think we both need a hug.
Oh, he was such a jerk. And he was no better on our second date.
Big hat.
Hi, girls. How are you holding up?
Oh, fine. Just doing fine.
Terrific.
You know, this reminds me of the big dance back in St. Olaf to kick off Pretzel Week. My Uncle Gunther after the great beer nut shortage of 29.
Foul! So, Blanche, where would you like to have lunch today?
How about that new pizza place on the corner?
Great!
Dorothy,
Yes, Blanche.
what was that thing Mr. Allen just gave you?
What thing?
That thing you just put in your drawer?
Oh, that thing. It's nothing. And she can stay here until we find her a place.
Well, that sounds wonderful. I mean, if nobody minds.
Mind? Why should we mind? Dorothy, could I see you in the living room for a moment? Are you out of your mind?
What? Well, thank you. Except for that huge donkey butt.
Are you having fun?
No, give me my present.
And now I have a real treat for you. Straight from Poland, the Sklarkiewicz brothers. Where's your brother? Oh, do the best you can.
Hey! So, do we go on next?
So tell me, what do you have planned today, Jean?
Nothing special. Jean, forgive me if I'm dwelling on the subject of men, but don't you think it's about time you planned something special, if you know what I mean?
Oh, I couldn't. Oh, come on, it's been a year. Of course, it has to look good at this wedding.
Look, Ma, I don't know how to break this to you.
Gently, I'm old.
Giuseppe Mangiacavallo has had a fabulous life. He's in his 80s, is a multimillionaire, and enjoys perfect health.
Well, it's a very slow-acting curse.
So it would appear that Charlie was the only man she ever slept with.
And you admitted Stan was the only man you ever slept with?
And I admitted my shoe size was really 5.5.
I wish we had more time together. Wait a minute, what are we doing? The flight has been perfectly smooth. There hasn't been... Doc, great news. I stopped by the courthouse this morning and got a copy of our property map. The tree definitely belongs to Mr. Barton, and it is his responsibility to remove it.
Play it safe. Stick with the curse.
Well, I've stayed with you all these years.
I mean, it sounded like the heat kicking on.
Here's Giles Forsythe. My God, they've been murdered.
Does this mean we don't get any birthday cake?
Thank you. You know, I can see why your friend got disillusioned, but I don't see why he withdrew for 22 years.
Oh, I can. It happened to me. When Stanley walked out, I was so devastated I locked myself in my bedroom. It was the one place that didn't remind me of Stan.
Nothing but no good money-grubbing trash. Oh, baby, forgive me.
Get a hold of yourself.
Rose, I apologize.
Rose, so do I. Oh, Rose, can you ever forgive us? Rose.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. It's all those other people.
Was it some kind of accident? No, don't tell me. If I get upset, I'll eat.
What happened, Rose?
They closed the center.
Not your grief counseling center.
No, the Kennedy Space Center. She wanted to be the first Lutheran on the moon.
Oh, you're out of a job. No, thanks. I'd rather earn it.
You at Benihana after class?
Rose. You never graduated from high school?
Not from crackers.
Cheese and crackers, Rose. Not eggs gefluffy? Ham and Gunterhagens? Pigs and a Svenkabluten?
No, but you sure know how to make a...
I am never speaking to that low-down scuzzball ever again. He changed his mind.
Hello? Yes, this is Rose. Well, okay. Bye.
Violet. Oh, Rose, I'm sore because I was using your exocycle.
I'm talking about this picture.
Oh, my God. Where did you find this? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. My hair, it looks like a helmet.
Man,
it's all bunched up and...
What do you say?
No.
Okay, make it 100, but no monthly report.
Goodbye, Stanley.
Well, why don't I just wait outside, give you a few minutes to think this over?
Fine. He's still here in the morning. Let's give him coffee, okay?
It's a nightmare. We've been visited by the yachts of Christmas past.
And stable Mabel here'll blow my head off.
There's a man in your bed.
Sophia, there's not. Why, you devil, you.
So that was what we heard, Rose.
Rose got... Hi, girls.
Oh, Rose, I missed you at breakfast. Did you and Miles have fun last night?
Oh, yes. We had dinner at the Mandarin Ratskeller, that new Chinese-German restaurant.
How was it?
Oh, the food was good. But an hour later, Miles and I were both hungry. For power. Girls, I know you're going to go to court and tell the truth.
We'd like to, but we could get in some trouble. You see, most of the judges at juvenile court know us. I think we've worn out our cute act.
Now you listen to me, you little monsters, if you think we're going to be your patsies.
Never said before.
Dorothy, this isn't on Golden Pond.
I know, Mom.
And you're not Jane Fonda.
All right. You made your point.
Quality time has to come naturally. It happens when you're not thinking about it. Like when we're cutting vegetables together, that's quality time.
I was hoping for something a little more magical than that.
Let me tell you.
For you let me know, huh?
Well, you know, actually, I do have an idea for a new video game.
Really?
Yeah. See, there's this very old white-haired mother who keeps talking and talking and talking, and there are all these different ways to kill her.
Actually, he's just legally blind. It's Mr. Pagnoli. He's good-looking, he's a lot of laughs, and he can't see his own hand in front of his face. He's happy just as long as I brush my teeth.
Sophia, if you needed a ride, we'd be happy to give you a lift.
You want to make me happy? Get rid of the stable Mabel here. Blow my head off. There's a man in your bed.
Sophia, there's not. Why, you devil, you.
So that was what we heard, Rose.
Rose got looks delicious.
Oh, wait a minute, before you eat that clam chowder, there's just one thing.
What?
It tastes better if your lips are warmed up first.
I'm beginning to see why this place is so romantic.
Such a warm, wonderful moment.
Oh, I just wish I spoke Italian so I'd know what they were saying.
Try to explain why we did it.
No, leave me alone.
Now, just be a second. Rose, we are not leaving this spot until we talk this out. I don't care if it takes all night.
How could you do this to me? I thought you were my friend.
We are, Rose, and what we did out of friendship.
Friendship? You made me look
People may visit, play with the controls, but I'll never really fly again.
Hello! And how is little... Oh, I hate waiting.
I hate hospitals. I hate when the people put each other down on Love Connection.
Dorothy, I got here as fast as I could.
Stan, how'd you know where to find her?
Well, I had second thoughts about the price of the ring the girl...
And for us to do.
Okay. It was so nice finally meeting you all.
See you later, Clayton.
Oh, isn't it nice to see a brother and sister who are such good friends?
Oh, it certainly is. Oh, I always wished that I could have been closer to my brother Phil. You know, go places together, share experiences. Although I did...
Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for our 4 remaining couples as we enter lucky hour number 13. And a special round of applause for that spunky Nick Montevesi.
Thank you.
Oh, a person cannot open a letter anymore without being accosted by some vile, disgusting thing. I thought it was against the law to send filth like this through the mail.
Oh, no. What is it, Blanche?
A letter from the IRS. I loved her, and I thought she loved me. And then one day when I was 10 years old, she left. No goodbyes, no explanation, just disappeared. I was devastated. We Southerners don't forget things like that.
How do I look? How do
I sound? Is my breath bad? What's jiggling?
Well, let's see.
No, and
Okay. Bye.
I'm alone?
It's going to take a while for everybody to get used to this. So, what do you say? Will you marry me? I want to get my life together. I mean, I'm really no good being single. Just look around.
So sweet of Lucas to do this. I guess he wanted to make sure I got to the church on time. Oh, darling. Actually, I think Maple is quicker. This heads out to the expressway.
Well, unless you mind. Oh, I guess I should have asked you first. I can just call him and cancel.
Oh, Blanche, don't be ridiculous. I mean, why should I object?
Well, he was your husband, Dorothy.
Was. We're divorced, remember? He left me for a woman half Blanche's age.
Listen, Dorothy, just a word of caution. I almost lost my Becky when I stuck my nose into her business. Now, believe me, it is not worth it.
Blanche is right. The same thing happened to the Big Botters back in St. Olaf. You see, Gretchen had this thing for Buddy, but Mr. Big Botter didn't approve. He did his best to keep them apart.
Pops. Then he spells it out in pepper. Rose, can we just get on with the speech?
Okay. Friends, family, Aunt Gretchen was a special person. What's the point?
Make me laugh.
All right, here we go. It seems there was this doctor.
It seems there was? What is this, existentialist humor? Was there a doctor or wasn't there?
Yes, there was this doctor. He's sitting in the park.
What time of year is it?
What difference does it make?
You have to set the scene.
Who is telling this joke?
At the moment.
It's like you didn't hear a word I said.
Fine, but if she doesn't, I don't want anybody asking any embarrassing questions.
I'm back. So, did you and Artie play Find the Cannoli? What?
Nothing, Rose.
Just sit.
Is Blanche here?
Yes, she is. Whom shall I say is calling?
This is kind of embarrassing. Would you mind telling her Loverboy is here?
Nothing would give me greater pleasure. Blanche, Loverboy is here.
Blanche.
All right, Rose, out with it. What did Holly do that's so terrible?
Why do you care? You won't believe me anyway.
Hey, Sicilians can always recognize two things. When someone is telling the truth and when they've had their fingerprints changed. I know, whatever you're gonna...
राजा फक्त तूच माझ्या दिलाचा दिलबर 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 राजा फक्त तूच माझ्या दिलाचा दिलबर 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 तूच माझ्या